Thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Chairman McNamara and the rest of the Education Committee for your time on such an important matter. I also want to thank all the children, parents, and experts who took the time to come from all over New England to speak on such an important subject. While we cannot applaud, they do deserve a round of applause. Understand, this bill asks for the Cadillac when it comes to teacher training, but there is an alternative. There is a 1-week Orton-Gillingham course that the state could mandate the teachers take in lieu of the year-and-a-half program. The course is approximately $1,000 per teacher. The state could then mandate that only the resource teachers who have to deal with the profoundly dyslexic children like my son take the intensive level 1 teacher certificate through Orton-Gillingham. What this would accomplish is putting a phonics-based program in every grade while ensuring that the children who actually need intense instruction are given such instruction by a teacher with advanced training. What you heard today is the importance of a specific type of training and education for dyslexic children. So with that in mind, let me ask you a question. I've been practicing criminal law for over 15 years. I have an LLM in criminal law, which is an advanced degree. If one of you came to me and asked me to handle a complex tax law problem, would you feel comfortable if I said I took a 3-day seminar in tax law? So then, why are we allowing teachers who only take a 3-day seminar in Wilson to teach the state's dyslexic children? A 3-day seminar. I have 3 dyslexic children. My son Aiden, who I just introduced you to, is profoundly dyslexic. When I challenged the Situate school system...
I'm just pointing out that's 2, I don't know.
Yeah, no, yes. When I challenged the Situate school system with the fact that at the end of 2nd grade, my son could not read, even though he was being placed with a resource teacher who had the 3-day Wilson training, I was told Aiden was receiving a, quote, free and proper education. Proper education. When I asked what changes were going to be made, I was met with one word from the Assistant Director of the Northwest Region Special Education, Denise Briley. Nothing. So much for a parent being part of the team in an IEP meeting. I moved Aiden to Friends Academy in 3rd grade. Remember, he was not reading at the time. He is now reading at the beginning of the 1st grade level, receiving Orton-Gillingham instruction from a teacher who actually took the year-and-a-half training program. Not bad for a little guy. Great improvement. But not enough to move on to 4th grade. And not enough to be retained in 3rd grade. So now, what do? I can't send him back to Situate. We already know the results. He cannot move forward at Friends. So now I, a grown man, lie in bed at night, staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., crying, trying to figure out how I'm going to educate my son. Do I have to split my family up? Me staying here where my practice is and sending my family to Georgia or Florida where there are dyslexic schools? Do I have to homeschool Aiden for a year, focusing on just Orton-Gillingham to get his reading up in hopes the dyslexic school will accept him the following year? And where does the money come from all this? You know the cost, you've heard it. $50,000 plus for Hamilton, $33,000 plus for Friends, and I have 2 of them at Friends. I wrote this bill for one encompassing reason, so that no parent will have to lay in bed at night crying, not knowing how they are going to properly educate their dyslexic child so the child does not become one of the 48% of the Persian population that is dyslexic. And so every child in the future who is dyslexic will have a free and proper education. The state mandates education. For a dyslexic child, the only thing being mandated is a body in a seat for 180 days under the current state of education for dyslexic children. It is time to listen to the parents, grandparents, children, and friends of dyslexic children.
You're fine.
Not the unions, with all due respect, which oppose the bill. This problem is not going away, but in fact will multiply. It will multiply because dyslexia is hereditary. it will multiply because Rhode Islanders are unique. We may have some snowbirds, we may leave the state for a period of time, but for the most part, we stay or we return to Rhode Island to have or raise children that we can sit on the wall at Newport Creamery and Garden City and eat ice cream, eat clam cakes with it on Carrie's, or sip Bell's lemonade with.
All of my favorite places.